Okay, so the name of your poem we have here is To My Newest Tattoo. Is that correct?
Hmm.
Okay, great. And so tell us, I mean, are you new to writing poetry? Have you been writing for years? What's your background here?
I went to school for creative writing and then lived in New York City and had lots of experience and then had babies and then took a decade off. And
Okay.
so I've been writing since 2020 again. And I have to give a shout out to AC. She's in my CLI, the Community Literature Initiative program with me. And so that was a pleasant surprise to see her on the guest list tonight. So look into that program. Any of you poets, it's strictly poetry based, children's literacy based. It's great. And they encourage us to do readings, and virtual readings are how we do it now. So yeah, that's how I found you, searching you out, and I'm so glad to be here.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us. And definitely everyone, if there's any other poetry, events going on, join them all. Get this experience, and even if you just want to be a viewer because you love hearing poetry, like we love to have more audience, we love to have more people in the audience as well. But this is how, like you said, this is how you develop your poetry and you hear the different styles and you get better at it and better. But yeah, that's wonderful. So you have your creative writing background. So that definitely gives you a step up there, because you've studied it, so definitely we're excited to hear your feedback as well. Let me unmute AJ here. I'm sorry about that. Did you have any feedback as well or questions for her before we move on?
No, not at the moment.
Okay.
I'm just excited to see what you have
Yeah.
And let
here.
me know where you at this moment.
I'm based in Denver,
Okay.
Colorado now. So came back here like 7 years ago um, to raise my kids, and I'm working on a book through the CLI program, but this is a different piece that I wanted to bring, which makes me happy that AC's here because all she hears is my poems based from my book, and so this is something different. So yeah, I'm very excited.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Should I go? Am I ready?
yeah, go ahead. Let's see
Okay.
what you got.
All right. This is To My Newest Tattoo. On my forearm, tiny dots are poked one at a time, slowly forming your name, except crooked like your teeth. Your name was my name, but it feels like only your son's name now, like only his daughter's name, until it's not theirs anymore either. My hand trembles, sticking an ink dipped needle into skin at a slight angle. Dot, dot, dot. It's genetic. Crooked teeth. There's a photo of us in my desk drawer. You're probably around 26, bent over my chubby baby body, wrapped in a white towel on a bed. I don't have any teeth yet. That's my age. You must have just taken me from the bath, and mom must have felt some sort of love at that moment, a love I never got to witness, but there it is, proof of love in my drawer. In another photo, time rewound tightly back to you at 17. You're casually sitting in a rocking chair, one hand resting on your knee, so relaxed and ready for your life to start. You smile without any shame of your teeth. Tucked away in one of my memory boxes is a photo of me with that same smile. A single loop and so many sets of parallel lines make up your name. I remember standing on my tippy toes next to your studio desk and watching you work, and then rubber eraser dust getting into my eyes. You wiped my face, graphite smudges on my cheeks and nose, smeared and smiling, matching teeth. You were a man of your hands, an artist, a builder, a rebuilder. Your name still lives on half a century's worth of paintings and sketches. And even after you lost your pinky finger, that name stayed the same, only the numbers at the end growing larger with each year that passed. On your deathbed, calloused hands limp in mine, there were needles in your arms, no ink, just tubes connecting you to a life that you couldn't build or rebuild anymore. I leaned over you, but no one was there to witness my love. No one else there to capture it and save it in a drawer. You wrapped in white blankets, you and your crooked teeth, and me saying the only other name you'd ever heard besides your given, Dad. And here I am with all my fingers and no father, just your crooked and blown out name, now permanent on my arm, in all its sorrow and honor. I cleaned out your studio. I brushed the eraser dust off of the desk and put away your pencils. And tucked into one of your old sketchbooks, I found a photo of me where we had shared the same smile, the same school photo from my own memory box. But on the back, in my little girl handwriting, I wrote your name twice. Then my graphite soaked fingers smeared tears across my cheeks. I mimicked your signature nearly perfectly at 10, but got it wrong on my arm.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
Okay, let me just unmute here. Okay, yeah, I love how you're coming from different points of views, you know, and then I like how you start from the beginning, like from when they're born. Like that was that was beautiful how you were able to bring us into the eyes of that time period, you know. Is there any like background as to what you're writing? Is did it come from anything specific?
Yeah, grief therapy really does a lot of good when there's a lot of loss in 2020, and I did lose him that year, and I did uh, stick and poke his name on me, and so it was part of the healing process of just working through that, and so it's like an ode but a eulogy at the same time, and so it's just a piece that gave me closure, and I think it's a universal feeling, and I wanted to be as specific as possible with my experience, and hopefully that lets other people explore their own loss and how it's not just like he was great and wonderful. It's like, no, there's something else there that we need to grasp onto when we're going through that
Exactly.
loss.
It's more than that.
Yeah.
And like you said, it helps other people who are going through something similar because we all, have not all of us, but at some point we all lose someone and we need to learn how to, deal with that grief. So some, sharing that other people can relate to it. I mean, there's thousands of people out there who get tattoos, for various reasons, you know what I mean? So just the title alone that you use, like it's spot on for what you read.
Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's beautiful. And AJ, did you have feedback as well?
Yeah, yeah. There's many great elements to your poem, but I want to acknowledge specifically. I want to acknowledge I forgot what kind of words they're called, but the soothing words that they ring emotions into a person. I believe they end with S and H and words like that. Those ring and persist with people. So that was really good. Played well. You tied many things in. The imagery was amazing. I have to acknowledge that, and it was persistent throughout. It wasn't just one very, vague imagery and then one very distinct imagery. It was just all throughout amazing imagery.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight, Marissa. And if you're able to stay until the end,
Of course.
for the voting, then you'll definitely see your name on there. Okay.
I'll be back. I love virtual readings, open mics and things like that. They invigorate me. So I am glad to hear you're going to do more. So thank you for hosting this.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you.